Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and talking about the new Google, not Google, but Microsoft Edge Chromium browser. There's something interesting that they will be doing in that browser that we haven't heard much about, but in the blog post, they have issued this list of services that they either replaced or actually turned off. From what we understand is that a lot of the Google services and a lot of the Google stuff will not be part of Edge Chromium. That means that Edge Chromium has the possibility to be an interesting browser that will maybe track you less than the original Google Chrome browser. A lot of the stuff that they will remove or disable are meant to track you everywhere. And this is interesting because, I mean, if they can lower the amount of tracking, that could make the Microsoft Edge Chromium maybe the best browser around, or one of the best at least. You know, we all have our opinions of what's good, what's not. A lot of people like Google Chrome, say it's the best browser. I don't agree with that. I agree it's a good browser. The best? No, I'm not there. And I actually think there's so much they can improve in Google Chrome. Yet here, there's a possibility by using the Chromium engine that the famous Chromium browser from Microsoft might actually be a much more interesting browser after they tweak it and they work the interface. I personally think the interface or the it's not perfect, but I personally find that Microsoft Edge is a better or a more aesthetically visual nice browser than Google Chrome is. Google Chrome, even though they had an update and they made it a little more modern, it's not what I really like that much, but that's very personal. And some of you, of course, do like Chrome the way it's built and the way it is, and it's perfect. And it's interesting because there's a possibility of something here. One of the things that is probably prevalent, and it's really, really an amazing thing, is that when people get a new computer, they have Microsoft Edge. And it's installed and already there for them, but they don't want to use that. They actually use it probably only once to download Google Chrome. And then they use Google Chrome. But they go to the trouble of doing this. What if the Edge Chromium browser is good enough that they don't have to do this? Maybe that could be the default browser that they finally want, rather than, something that they get but they don't want, like Microsoft Edge was. Could this possibly turn things around? It is pretty amazing when you think that 65% of PCs are running Chrome, and that it's not on your PC by default. You have to go through the trouble of downloading it and installing it and configuring it. How about if Edge Chromium maybe is good enough that people don't have that urge anymore to actually move on to Google Chrome? That could be interesting, especially if there's a promise behind it of less tracking and less Google snooping. Of course, you'll say on the other hand, yeah, well, it's still a Microsoft browser, so it's going to be Microsoft snooping. Look, there's every company that makes software for your PC all snoop in some way on your personal stuff. It doesn't exist a company that doesn't track you, That DuckDuckGo doesn't track the stuff on the internet, but I'd like to see it a little more in detail, actually, what they do. So here there's a promise of less Google snooping, tracking, and all of that in your personal life. And I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see. And I probably, of course, I've been a Microsoft Edge user since the beginning, pretty much, except when things went wrong. But I could see myself, and I will be using the new Chromium when it's officially released as the main browser. And actually will replace the original Microsoft Edge at some point. And I will be one of those that will be using it. But this is going to be interesting to see. what at the end of all, what did they do? What did they replace some of their services with? And what did they keep off to make sure that you can continue, maybe using the browser and having less Google tracking out of it? This is going to be interesting to see. And I think it's going to make Edge Chromium an interesting browser. And I think the idea behind using Chromium as the engine for Edge is probably a great decision on the part of Microsoft. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.